Hey travelers, Mag, I, and RobbinsLV here on day 192 of our trip around the United States. We made the timing we were looking for last night. We made it just outside of Floresville to Vernia to meet up with RobbinsLV. They just started geocaching in December of last year, and they have hit the ground running and found darn near 100 geocaches, getting a good taste of this game, and they are loving it. When they found out what Ichan and I are doing on the road, they wanted to get involved. So they reached out to me and asked if I could come to Vernia and meet up with them to do some geocaching. And of course, this is a social game. We love getting to meet other geocachers. So we took the opportunity, came to Vernia, got a first to find on RobbinsLV First Geocache, which is pretty good, by the way. He's putting Vernia on the map, and you guys should watch that spot because there's gonna be some pretty good geocaches coming that way. From here, we're gonna work our way into the Jackson Nature Park, hike our way about half mile in and half mile out, go find the geocaches there, and then Ichan and I are gonna get started on our miles from the day. We've got 290 miles to cover, and we're gonna be working a steady route south. We're gonna be moving through Floresville, Beeville, Corpus Christi, and bringing our day to an end in Kingsville. Since we have a little bit of lead time this morning, I think that we may even get to Kingsville in daylight, but you never know. You got to see how the day goes as it goes. I'm excited to get out there and go hiking with RobbinsLV and see the trails together and get to learn about geocaching from their perspective. So let's go see what this park looks like. Come on, let's go. Opened to the public in 2005, the Jackson Nature Park is a 50-acre park owned by Wilson County and managed by the San Antonio River Authority. Including all of the twists and turns as you wind your way through the trails in the park, there's just a little less than 1.5 miles worth of trail to explore here, and we explored every bit of it in pursuit of the geocaches spread out through the park. That took him no time at all. We came right to the ground zero and he's like, cache is right over there, I got this. Nicely done. This is a good start. It's gonna be a great day. This is the ideal way to begin any geocaching day. Exploring the trails with Ichan, letting her get some new smells as I make some new friends along the way. The RobbinsLV team may have only been in the game for less than a month now, but they have been making short work of the geocaches along the trails.
This right here.
Oh, another winner. What do we got going on in there?
The log.
Oh, a golden king.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's some coins up top. Yeah.
The park offers several different landscapes as you make your way through the geocaches, but there are a lot of cactus in the park. So it was very important to watch where Ichan was going and ensure she wasn't stepping into any cactus. Neither her nor I want to be pulling needles out of her paws today. You see anything over there?
Found it.
Oh, look at that. 3 for 3. You guys are rocking this thing. Within their first month of geocaching, RobbinsLV has been averaging about 4 geocache finds a day, spread through 3 different states, Texas, Missouri, and Arkansas. Ichan and I had to do very little work this morning, besides follow along and enjoy the nice, crisp morning weather out here in Jackson Nature Park. These boys were all over it, finding each geocache in record time. Oh, the road to victory. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In what felt like no time at all, we had hiked all of the trails around the park and made our way back to the parking area once again. That is it. We crushed all 5 geocaches here in the Jackson Nature Park, and we are still 4 geocaches shy of RobbinsLV meeting the goal of hitting their 100 milestone. So we are going for it. Let's move. Finds number 96, 97, and 98 were a breeze. When we got near the ground zero, I simply pointed to where the cache might be, and the boys tracked it down in no time at all. Number 99, however, turned out to be quite a bit more of a challenge for them. We are staring right at the geocache. Can you see it? Not wanting to rob them of that pivotal moment of victory, we continued to allow them to search, letting them know that they were right on track. The geocache is right there. for your brother's tracks. Oh! That's a pretty clever container, huh? To wrap up our adventure together for the day, we made our way over to the Wilson County Courthouse in Floresville. This city has been dubbed the peanut capital of Texas, hosting a peanut festival in October every year since 1943. Success. RobbinsLV team and I have spent all morning geocaching together, and we did it. This is milestone geocache find number 100, which is the virtual, down here in downtown Floresville at the courthouse. So boys, what did you think you got getting the geocache on the trail today? You guys have fun? What was your favorite geocache? Back then, Cemetery, how about you? That bowl was pretty good. Dad?
Yeah, I think the bowl.
And you guys definitely need to make a trip down to Vernia in the near future, because there's already at least one great geocache there, and I assure you there are more coming. RobbinsLV, thank you for geocaching with me today. It's been a great time. Loved it. Starting into our miles for the day, we made our way into Falls City, found the one geocache in town, and then stopped by to pay our respect at the local Veterans Memorial before continuing to head south into Beeville. And as soon as we got into town, we did the same exact thing, heading into Veterans Memorial Park to pay our respects and find another geocache. Beeville, the county seat of Bee County, with a population of about 13,000 people, was not actually named for bees, but rather it was named for Bernard B. Sr., who had served as Secretary of State and Secretary of War for the Republic of Texas. Bee County had once been home to Naval Air Station Chase Field. In recognition of the county and the Naval Air Station base's role in military conflicts, an A-4 Skyhawk rests on the grounds of the courthouse for all to see. Progressing through Falls City, Kenedy, Beeville, and Bernard, a common theme was emerging in the geocaches that we found. We would pull up about 100 feet away from the ground zero, see a tree with a hole inside, and immediately go to investigate. It would seem that each of these holy trees offers a sanctuary for a geocache to be hidden, just waiting for somebody to come along and add their name to the logbook. That's not to say that's the only kind of geocache we found, however. Not only were there plenty of bisons hanging on fence, but there was a guardrail in front of us. Or was there? Nope, this one was a little different from the rest. Coming into the city of Goliad, the county seat of Goliad, with a population of just about 1,500 people, we decided to pursue an adventure lab that brought us to some of the most scenic sites in the downtown area. This city still remembers the Goliad Massacre, an event that occurred on March 27th of 1836 during the Texas Revolution. In the aftermath of two losing battles, nearly 450 prisoners of war were executed by the Mexican army. The men had surrendered under the belief that they would be set free within a few weeks. However, despite appeals for clemency by one of the generals, the massacre was still carried out under orders from the Mexican president. Only a handful of men who had feigned death managed to escape and later write accounts of the horrific event. The Fannin Memorial Monument stands proudly over the town of Goliad in remembrance of Colonel Fannin and his men. This atrocity, 3 weeks after the fall of the Alamo, gave Texans part of the battle cry, "Remember the Alamo, remember La Bahia, remember Goliad," under which decisive victory was won at San Jacinto on April 21st of 1836. And while these battles and events may have occurred nearly 200 years ago, they are essential pieces of history to how Texas gained its independence and eventually became part of the United States. By the time we finally made it down to the coast, near Corpus Christi Bay, just outside the town of Gregory, the sun was already beginning to set down. We completed a pair of earth caches here, one focused on a crater and the other focused out on the estuary, providing us the perfect opportunity to enjoy the sunset. Then we wrapped things up at Sarcastic Susie's with a fantastic geocache at a place that serves crappy food with bad service and a terrible time, but good tunes. Despite what their sarcastic signs may indicate, however, this is an awesome place. Aichan and I could not get enough of the great atmosphere talking with the owners after finding the cache. Well, travelers, that is a wrap to our day. and what a day it turned out to be. We started the morning in Vernia with RobbinsLV and made our way down to the Jackson Nature Park. We hiked all the way through the park, found every geocache in there, and had a fantastic time. I enjoyed it the most because I didn't actually have to do any work. RobbinsLV, those two young kids know what they're doing in the geocaching game, and they are going to rock the scene as they grow older, get some wheels under them, and are able to travel around even further than where they are now. Once we finished up in Vernia and Floresville, we began our steady route south for the day. And as we progressed, we finally made it to the coast, out to Rockport, and are just outside of Corpus Christi now, with the sun going down on us. We find ourselves at Sarcastic Susie's with the owners, who are extremely nice people and very welcoming, not only to those folks with 2 legs, but those folks with 4 legs as well. We've had a great conversation while we're here, found one of the most highly favorited geocaches in the entire area, and are more than ecstatic to be able to close out our day right here before the sun goes down. Like this video, subscribe to stay tuned for daily updates, and we'll see you out on the trails.